Peoples, hola. I decided to do a show and tell. Right now I'm cutting up strawberries. I'm gonna make kind of like a strawberry jam, I guess. I'm making crepes. I've already made the batter, and that's because it takes a little bit of while to make the batter. But don't really have any major rants today. Outside of I watched the final episode of Basketball Wives, right? Gag worthy. So gag worthy. OG for the win yet again. And Evelyn looks like an even bigger fool. And Karma is a bitch. And the hilarious, I guess the most hilarious part of the whole thing, I don't know if you guys saw the prayer OG, CC, and Jackie did about Evelyn's crotch. But that shit was so funny. My thing is, I watched Shawnee O'Neal's whatever the fuck that was supposed to be, her live or whatever. And, oh, I'm also putting blueberries in here. Really, I guess it really just depends on, I've already rinsed all my fruit. I usually rinse them in here, shake them up. That's what the hose are for, just in case you didn't know. But, I generally put a little salt on top of it, and then I put the water in it, and then I shake it up real good, and I do that 2 or 3 times with the water after I put the salt the first time. Salt once, the water 3 times until it's dry. I like the color, the flavor, the texture of this, so, and you know. But anyway, back to this Fakio meal. That heifer, it's really funny to me, the lack of intelligence that runs rampant in the African American women community. But hold on, 2, 4, 6, 8. So about 15 strawberries I cut up. And I cutting up a lemon. Just a baby lemon. Okay, nothing big. I knock all the seeds out. Be careful when you do that shit, man. Lose all your juice, but I can't stand having to de-seed it. I don't like the taste of seeds, but anyway, once you de-seed it, you want 2 tablespoons in, you want 2 tablespoons, ooh, I thought I got all the seeds, in a bowl. If you missed some seeds, and I missed a shitload, just take them out. I've got 1 tablespoon already. So this is for cream cheese sauce I'm going to make. 2 tablespoons of that in a bowl. Okay. Basically, this is about 2 tablespoons. Okay. I have a juicer. I'm being lazy. I do not feel like wanting to get the juicer. Okay, after you put the 2 tablespoons in the bowl, you're going to, this one you really gotta get the seeds out. Because this is, you're gonna squeeze this into the pot. And that's a half a lemon. A small lemon. So, I do it with the spoon. For the simple fact, just in case, like that, I miss a couple seeds. Mind you, my hands are already washed. You want 2 tablespoons, or pretty much whatever comes out of this, because it's about 2 tablespoons that's going to come out. Oh, maybe 3. All right, 2.5 tablespoons in there. Whatever comes out of this little piece goes in the pot. Okay, but back to Fakey O'Neal. She feels like because, let me help you out. She feels like because she slept with a dark-skinned man, that means she's not colorist. Now, she may think she's not colorist just because Shaq is really, let's see, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in here. I used the salted kind, so I don't have to put any salt in it. You can use whatever you want. I use real butter. I don't do the fake shit. Alright, and that's about how much butter. Okay. This is not a healthy meal, so if you're counting calories, don't do this. Or do it the healthy way. Alrighty. Now, we're going to stir, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. And we're not finished. We're going to put a couple more ingredients in here, but this is what it looks like right now. Now watch what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, so back to Miss Fakey O'Neal. You're going to need about 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. She says she had 5 children with Shaq. Okay, there are 3 reasons why that is irrelevant to the point at hand. First off, the slaves were raped by their slave owners, their masters, whom were white, which I know she is not, but I'm just making a point here. And they were racist as shit. So, just because you wed a black man who has tons of money and is a freaking basketball player, because come on, it ain't like you went to Compton and went to the corner and got the nearest dark-skinned dude, now is it? So, I don't care that she married up. That's not the point. My point is, in doing so, you lose the colorist aspect. It's like a white person telling me, I have 2 black friends, so I'm not racist. You know, hell, white people have owned slaves for years. Just because you got 2 people you consider your little personal slaves does not make you not racist, not colorist. Now, on top of all of that, the fact that her husband thinks he has enough clout, power, or whatever to disappear somebody because he doesn't like the fact that they do not agree with his ex-wife, when obviously he didn't agree with his ex-wife, or she wouldn't be his ex-wife, right? It makes no sense. This is corn syrup. I haven't used it in a while. But he's like, oh, I'm going to fire her. And it's just like, it's ridiculous at this point. I mean, it takes Mean Girls to a whole nother level. Really and truly. And you're going to turn this down and let this cook, okay? You put this on low and you're going to let it do what it do. Okay, now I come over here and okay, for this we're going to do cream cheese. It's already got the lemon zest in it. Let me put this milk up. This was the milk and the eggs and stuff for the crepes, which I already previously made before I decided to do the video. So one day I'll show you how I make the batter, but it's really simple. It's like, I think I use like 3 eggs, maybe 3/4 flour, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and these are guesstimates, people, because I really don't use very much measurements. I just usually put my liquids in one container, my flour, my salt in the other. I mix all my liquids together with this, and then I add them to my flour to make my crepes. But my whole problem, I guess, with the situation is I need a couple of teaspoons. Usually a capful, I'll say then, capful and a half of vanilla extract. And so, again, back to my main point before I finish this. Shawnee O'Neal is about the fakest colorist I've ever seen, because she doesn't even know what a colorist is, nor does her ex-husband. But my biggest problem is you're bashing a person all because their opinions do not in line with yours. And on top of that, you're basically defaming her name for something she hasn't even done, you know? Like I said, I've had plenty of fights. I've yet to see OG fight anything but a football player, and I don't consider a fight, in the game. So, as far as on the show, I haven't seen her put her hands on anyone. And that's what makes this whole case scenario ridiculous. Evelyn's sitting there, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. I will not be taunted with my abuser, but ain't you the same stupid idiot that called your abuser to get information on somebody that is irrelevant, supposedly, to you? Like, you put yourself in the position to be clowned, to be dogged, to be trash, because you are trash. And with that being said, I have nothing really else to say about her. She got enough clout. That woman there irks my ever-loving soul. Seriously, and it's just crazy to me how that's acceptable in today's PC society. I mean, I've seen animals with more class. My cat has more class. My dogs have more class than Evelyn. They haven't attacked anyone since I've owned them as puppies than kittens. So it's just, she's not domesticated. She needed to be left in the burrows. And as far as OG, like I said, she win for the last 2 episodes. Actually, for all the episodes, because they can never win on her, which is why they had to get rid of her. And that's the name of the game. If you don't play my game, if you don't lick my ass crack till it's clean, then I have to get you out of my sight. And unfortunately, that's what happened. Hold on 1 second. I am being hailed. My mother is texting me. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so she's on her way. Oh, she's coming for breakfast. I usually put a little wine or something in this jam I'm making, but not today. I need some lemon zest, so do I have... here it is. Okay, lemon zest. You just want a little bit. You want to use this side, the smallest ones for this. And we're just going to scrape just a little bit. Zest of the lemon into it. Okay. This is a new one, so maybe I have to use the next one up. Okay, use the second biggest size, the second smallest size for the zest. And that should be enough. Alright, let me show you. That's with the lemon zest, the lemon juice, and the vanilla extract. And the vanilla extract that I use, just by the way, is the real shit, okay? Okay. Now we're gonna put to if I'm washing a whole crap load of dishes. I broke it down for just one or two individual random dishes. I used to palm olive. Okay. So back to the weirdos. We're gonna do 2 of these, okay? Don't ask me how much that is. I have no idea. Like I said, I generally do not count. But I'm gonna say if you're using the let me see. Okay, if you're using the 8-ounce Philly cream cheese regular original, if you want to be funny, you can use the strawberry, I guess, but I prefer the original flavor better than the strawberry. Plus, it's got enough strawberries with the jam I'm gonna use. But anyway, do that. We're gonna do this. Now, this part I do measure, and that's only because I hate confectioner's sugar. And plus, I like to pour it out of my measuring cup and as I'm mixing it. I think it's just very redundant to me, but she is right. That show is not right for OG, and the reason it's not right is not because of what they're saying. It's not because she's aggressive. It's because she's too classy and she has too much brains to be hanging around people like that, because if you hang around dumb long enough, it'll start to rub off on you. So the best thing she could have done is left. Plus, why would you want to be somewhere where people do not respect your opinions? I'm going to use about 3/4 cup of confectioner sugar, okay? Alright. My bag has multiple holes in it. Oh, believe me, people, I didn't get this size by eating no fast food. This is all home cooking. But let's see here. Alright. This may be a little noisy for you guys. I truly think Shani and them need to take a step outside themselves and look at this whole situation from our point of view, from an outside point of view, from a non-biased, non-colorist point of view, you know, because at this point, it's just beyond ridiculous. I just don't understand how they don't understand that what they're doing is so wrong. Maybe it's just me. I just feel like if you're gonna have somebody on a show, you should value their opinion, or why else are they on the show? You know, just so you can bully them, just so you can berate them, just so you can give dark-skinned women a bad name and claim that we're all violent and we all animalistic, but in actuality, the ones that are acting the most animalistic are of the lighter skin, lighter bag variety. Like, Susie is the only thing that's saving the light-skinned people right now. You know, and that's ridiculous. You're gonna do this till it's smooth. You want to get all the lumps out of it. Because after this, we're gonna fold in the whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream. Right. mix in the heavy whipping cream. Like someone should have mixed into their bullshit, because Lord Jesus, that shit was the foulest shit. Let me stir this. I want a wooden spoon. Where's my wooden spoon? Wooden spoon, just regular wooden spoon. Get up here. Next to the last part. Alright. Now, I'm just going to guesstimate for you guys. We're going to go with 1/4. Because I don't usually put a whole lot. And we're just going to fold that in. Slowly. I don't know. I'm just disgusted with the whole case scenario. Because it's just retarded to me. It's like, you people have no class. You give a lot of black people a bad name because this is what you guys are calling reality. And I don't know whose reality it is. It's got to be just based on money, because normal people's reality generally doesn't look anything like that. And if it does, then it ain't my reality. How about that? But it makes them their money. And like I told my husband, Shawnee is the biggest pimp I know. That woman there, she deserves Pimp of the Year award, because she pimps out her friends. This is what I mean by that. If you're so scared of this woman that she's got to get off your show, right? I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, but before I do, I'll let you see it. And as my daughter says, you're allowed to taste it, mommy. And that is off the hook. Okay. That's what it's going to look like. But the taste, oh my God. Oh my goodness. All I'm going to say is this. I agree with Tammy, Jennifer, for once, because I never agree with Jennifer, and OG. Them are the most trifling, sickening women I've ever seen. And I'm glad the season is over, because I will not be watching the next season. And really, we're going to put our crepes on platter. For my oil, we're going to go with, I usually just put about a 1/4 dot, if that much, a dime for this, because you don't want it saturated.